ingredients, better pizza, better bitches, better money, better clothes, better house, better car. Hey beautiful souls, it's your girl Lavatia, and today I am in what is about to be my new podcast and content studio. You probably can see a little bit of my bed. I've been sleeping on the floor. This is my bed. I did finally get another bed the other day, thank God, after a month of sleeping on the floor, so life update. But today I actually want to talk about how I was so aggravated with what I thought was the people I caught feelings for, when in reality I was aggravated with myself. Let's break this down now. Yeah. Yes, bitch. Woo, woo. So let's get started with a little bit of a backstory. For anybody who's new here, my name is Lavatia, and I've been celibate for 2 years. Had been celibate. And I learned a lot within the last, I want to say, 2 or 3 months, based on the fact that I just opened my heart up again after being celibate for 2 years. And one thing that I want to clarify is when I say that I was celibate, a lot of people think, oh, she just wasn't having sex. I was literally celibate from dating as well. And it's not that I didn't want to connect with people. I would go out and want to make these like deep connections with people, but I just could not find someone that I could genuinely connect with in a romantic sense. So it wasn't until March of this year, the end of March, that I slid into somebody's DMs who was a woman. And I was really proud of myself because if you know me, you know that I usually kind of struggle with body panic. So I was really grateful to take the leap of faith. And I'm grateful for all the lessons that this person taught me. And then right after that, I met somebody super organically, like it just seemed very divine, very like cosmically aligned. And that is who I ended up ending my celibacy with. And I'm so grateful for these two people because of all of the tremendous lessons that have come from them. And I think because of where I was at in my life when I met both of them, although I had a brief period of grief, which I will dive into, I think the biggest thing that helped me overcome that grief was that these two people are a direct reflection of things I've already worked through, things that I need to work through, or pieces of me that might still need healing. So let's just break this down. First things first, what's crazy about the person that I shared my celibacy with, or whatever you want to call it, is that after I met him for the first time and after we had sex, I literally felt like I was able to see myself in everybody. I'm talking about people walking down the street, cab drivers, people on TV, like people on my Instagram timeline. I was scrolling, I'm like, is that me? Like, I've never experienced such a thing to where I saw myself in damn near everyone and everything. Like the trees looked so much brighter, and yeah, and I at first equated that to me meeting him, and I'm sure that definitely was a catalyst in my heart getting to the place that it's at now. But I think that the biggest thing was like letting love back into my life. Not in the aspect of letting other people love me, because I don't necessarily know if they were even ready to go there emotionally, but I think that all of the possibilities of love that I had in my head and all of the love that I gave to the both of them, I think was a piece of me that I thought really kind of didn't exist anymore. So I think the biggest lesson was that like I'm capable of feeling again, I'm capable of being excited again, I'm capable of loving again, and I'm so grateful. And another, I'll end that there, but the next thought. So my next thought is that I was so upset because I felt like I kept meeting people who weren't ready for relationships. And I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that about? And granted, like I was so focused on these people that I liked not wanting to be in a relationship, I didn't even focus on the fact that I didn't want to be in a relationship. I was literally meeting myself at different parts of my life, right? So the first person I met, they told me that they were poly in the beginning. I thought that I was ready for polyamory. Come to find out, I'm not. And I'm really grateful for this person because I think that they really, really helped like solidify this in me. It's not to say that I'll never experience polyamory, but not right now. But I think that them not being ready for a relationship helped me also notice or helped me question certain things about myself, right? Like, do I want to be in a relationship? No. But do I want to exclusively talk to somebody? I would love that. Just because I like pouring into somebody. I can't pour into multiple people right now, at least. I don't have the capacity. And I don't think a lot of people have the capacity, mind you. Just to put that out there. I think that a lot of people wish to have this sort of capacity to be able to love so many people. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But I think that it takes a lot of time to get there. And I think that that's where sometimes people get a little bit, I don't want to use the word messy, but that's where it can get a little messy in polyamory because it's hard to come into polyamory as an amateur. So a lot of people come into polyamory feeling like they know a little bit more than the next, and I think that there's a vast amount of things to learn in order to make sure that you don't hurt multiple people. So that is something that I also have observed and learned in regards to polyamory that I've witnessed thus far, just in my own love life and in observing other people's lives as well. With that being said, I think for the second person that I met, and because they made it very clear that they didn't want a relationship, yet their heart was so open to something. I don't even know what it was open to, but I can, like, based on the energy exchange. But I heard the fear, like as they talked about not wanting to be in a relationship, I heard the fear, and they were literally saying things that I've always said, and I'm like, wow. I literally told him, like, I feel like I'm talking to myself. I feel like he literally was reiterating shit that I've said to myself before in regards to relationships. And that was really eye-opening for me. The even bigger eye-opening part of that is I think that I then judged his actions that came, or maybe lack thereof actions that came after the fact, that kind of also showed the fear, or maybe just a man's ability to compartmentalize. I really don't know, but I'm not trying to therapize it, but just based on what I've observed, if I'm going based on what's happening within me, if I was these people, I would be trying to be very focused on my career, which I am. I would want companionship, which I do, but I would feel like I wasn't ready for a relationship based on things that have happened in my past relationships, just like them. Like, based on what we've all shared with each other, we damn near have all been through very similar things. At one point I had resentment, and I was like, fuck their exes, like, for hurting them and making them, like, not be ready when they met me. And I remember having this thought in my head about, like, right person, wrong time. Like, this is the right person, wrong time. Like, why would the universe do this? Like, I'm so pissed. I was just so angry. But then the other morning I woke up and realized it was the right person at the right time. Like, for real, it was the right person, right time. Not everybody's meant to stick around forever. Sometimes lessons are learned faster. Sometimes people need to take pauses. Sometimes the universe has to work some shit out and be like, oh wait, this is the route that I thought we were gonna take. We're actually gonna take this route. Sometimes the universe is sparing you when you meet somebody, or sparing them, or sparing you from a heartbreak or from confusion. I just saw this post the other day, and it said, I want a love that has no confusion. And that's what I learned from these situations. Like, I want a love that has no confusion. Like, I do this as well. I'll put something out there that I want, but then be scared of it and not be ready for it, but then desire it and do things like I want this thing, but then when I'm close to this thing, that's when the attachment issues come in. So I'm so grateful because I think that I'm so used to being angry in love and upset in love based on my last relationship that these two people helped me realize I wasn't angry with them. There was no reason to be angry with them. Like, they truly did their best. Like, they really did. Like, I don't even know if anger is really the word. It was like aggravation. I was aggravated with them. But in reality, I was really aggravated just with myself. And like I said, I think especially, well, both of them brought out different things within me, but I learned how much healing that I had left. And personally, I would like to do that healing somewhat in solitude, while others may decide to do their healing when trying to date other people. And I think that I'm solid right now in going with the universal flow, but being scratch that. My camera died at the perfect time because I want to reinvent what this intention is when it comes to dating. My goal when it comes to dating is to focus right now on loving myself so immensely and loving myself so fearlessly that I start to break down the barriers of the fear that I feel regarding love and that I feel regarding relationships, so that as I continue to meet people, these people meet me at a place of no fear. But until I handle my own fear, I'm going to keep attracting that. I'm going to keep attracting people just like me who want to feel and experience an unconditional love but are so terrified of getting hurt and possibly hurting someone else. They just rather refrain from having that connection or nurturing that connection at all. Because I think that's what it is. I also learned that I definitely want a companion, so it's like express that after getting to know someone a little bit more. I learned that I fall really fast. And I used to think it was because I was meeting some really amazing people, and yes, but I also think that I've just met some really shitty people before. So when I meet someone who gives me a glimmer of hope for a beautiful human being, I'm like, oh yeah, I think that this is actually my person. And it's like, why don't you give it a week? Why don't you just get to know them for real first before you like go in? So yeah, I'm grateful for all of these lessons. I'm so grateful for the two people. I think that they are two beautiful beings, two beautiful souls, like I said, who are doing their best. And I can say that because I'm a beautiful soul that's doing my best, and I see myself in them. And maybe they see themselves in me, but I think that we can only meet each other where we've already met ourselves. And if we haven't met ourselves in these places yet, then we can't meet each other. So I'm grateful for where I've met these people. I'm grateful for our experiences, but I would like to now continue to focus on getting to know myself and connecting with myself so that I can meet more like-minded people who also have the same intention. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm still navigating a lot of stuff, honestly. I plan on talking more about this in my podcast, but recording these YouTubes has been really refreshing because I just get to talk and not have to, like, I don't know, host the show. But I'm really, really, really excited, and I think that I posted either sometime this week my episode part 2 with Nigel from the Nigel Marcellus podcast or interview series podcast, and he talks a lot about love, and he's one of the reasons why I feel like a seed was planted in my head in regards to love way back during our conversation in December. So shout out to Nigel, check him out, check out his page. He has a book, he has a TED Talk that's out, and yeah, Nigel Marcellus. But I still have to say that now that my heart is open, I've been very observant, very grateful, and yeah, I think this is why I keep dating people that don't want to be in relationships, because they're a reflection of me and I don't want to be in one. I don't want to be in a relationship, why I prefer companionship, what in my mind the difference is between a relationship and an exclusive partnership, and what my intentions are with dating going forward, because I will say that the main intention is to just have fun. Like at this point in my life, I feel like I'm healed enough to be able to have experiences, get the lessons, and have fun with it. And I had so much fun recently, but I took the fun and I ran with it. And then I feel like I fell in deeply and I had to get my shit together. So yeah. And maybe that's just because it's a pattern. Or maybe it's because I really, 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 really like them. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Because it's hard to really, 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 really like somebody when, say, you've only known each other for 3 days. Or you don't really, it's hard to cram everything in within like a couple of days span of getting to know somebody to say that you really, really like them. But I think that you can really, really appreciate somebody for all that they are. The good, the stuff they're working on, whatever the case may be. And I think that that's what I'm working with in myself. myself. So the things that I was probably judging within these people, I was judging within myself. So that's what led me to make this video today, because I have to like energetically let it go. I was gonna talk about communication styles next, but I'm gonna save that for the next video. Please give yourself a hug for me. I love you so much. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to animals, and be gentle with yourself. Thanks for listening to my stories about